So I'll be starting today's class in approximately 10 minutes, just to let viewers attach themselves into the Hangout and whatnot. Alright, well, I'm going to get started. Today's class is about the three kindred. The requirement within the Dedicant program states that one essay describing the Dedicant's understanding of and relationship to each of the three kindred, the spirits of nature, the ancestors, and the gods. This requirement is 300 words minimum for each of the kindred and 1,000 words total. As usual, that's your minimum, and your maximum is 3 times that minimum. So to start, the nature spirits are the spirits of this world, the middle world, the spirits of land, sea, and sky. They're also, though, those spirits that we do not see, the spirits of the unseen ether. This category includes all of the furred and feathered and scaled and skinned creatures. Many people find this section the easiest to grasp due to the nature veneration within paganism. A lot of people are unsure of how to have them as one of the spirits of the occasion in a main ritual. This can be done quite easily at the spring equinox, spring cross quarter, which in the Celtic hearth is called Beltane, and summer solstice. These 3 are most easily done as nature spirit, as the spirit of the occasion, because there's such a focus on them at that time as they're coming out of hibernation and they're coming back into the world. They're coming back to the more northern areas. The nature spirits are even those little creatures that you see running around the city, squirrels, chipmunks, the whole 9 yards. Ancestors are our spirits of heart and blood and bone. They are both our genetic and non-genetic ancestors, and they have 4 categories: ancestors of blood, ancestors of spirit, the ancient wise, the restless dead, sorry, there was 5 categories, and the spirits of place. Ancestors of blood are those of your bloodline, your grandmothers, your grandfathers, so forth and so forth. Ancestors of spirit are those ones that are your ancestors of heart, your friends, your colleagues, your neighbors. The ancient wise are a very specific category within ADF that a lot of the priests work with, though some of the folk work with as well. They are the druids of the past. They are our ancestors of Arnriach Fane, such as Isaac, such as Raven Man, and a few others. They are those who have gone before us and forged our pathways. The ancestors of place are just that, those whose bones lie in our land. They are the ancestors that are attached to the land you are on. There is the last category, which a lot of people have difficulty working with, as they're not the easiest section of the ancestors to work with. They are called the restless dead. They are those ancestors that they're not fully in the other world all the time. They are the ghosts, the wisps, those who have not fully transitioned over. There are those who do choose to work with them, but they are not the easiest to work with. Now, all of the ancestors can easily be worked with at Samhain. Some work with them at winter solstice. Excuse me. But, sorry, for those not in the Celtic Hearth, Samhain is the November cross quarter, so November 1st, October 31st area, for the Northern Hemisphere, that is. And they are most easily done as the spirit of the occasion at that time. A good piece of liturgy for them that I have found in the Liturgist Yearbook from 2009 is grandmothers, grandfathers, elders, and sages, we call to you across the ages. Wise ones of hearth or spirit, heart or bone, all life's joys and hardships you have known. You've inspired and shaped the people we've become. We name you kin and bid you warm welcome. We honor and remember all that you do. Ancestors, we call to you. This piece is from Sassafras Grove in Pittsburgh. So as you can see, it includes all of the ancestor sections and calls them to us. Now, this is where the ancestors kind of gets a little wonky at times as well, because some of us will have ancestors that will not come to the call. They have ancestors that would roll over in their grave from pagan worship, and that is fine. The fact of the matter is making the call. Just because they don't wish to come does not mean they don't still love you. However, many people will consider those who don't want to come because of past grievances, because of religion differences, they then become outdwellers. This is where that category gets wonky. However, the Shining Ones doesn't have that wonkiness to it, although in a way it does. The Shining Ones encompass all of the deities of all the different pantheons, not just the pantheon you are working in. So if you're a Celt, when dealing with the Shining Ones, you're also dealing with those who are Hellenic deities, so Greek deities. A good piece of liturgy with regards to the Shining Ones is the children of the earth call out to the Shining Ones. First, children of the mother, kindred, we welcome you to this rite. Gods and goddesses of this place, known and unknown, deities of those gathered here, eldest and brightest, wisest and mightiest, we offer you welcome. Come to our Namaton, Shining Ones, join us at our hearthside. Shining Ones, accept our offering. This piece is actually out of Dancing Lights Grove's standard liturgy, and they're based just out of Toronto. This piece allows for all the deities to come and bear witness to your rite, not just the spirit of the occasion. However, most times when you are working in an ADF style ritual, your deity of your spirit of the occasion will most likely be one of the Shining Ones, or a couple of the Shining Ones, depending on your ritual. I have had the question posed, what do I do if deities seem to randomly be around? And by randomly, the person meant deities from other hearth cultures that they don't work in, such as a Celt having a Norse deity around. Personally, I have found that when a deity wants to randomly be around and randomly poke at you, they have a reason to. Sometimes they want to help you with something specific. Sometimes they just want to keep an eye on you. Sometimes it's a friend's deity who wants to keep an eye on you. I find the best thing to do in these cases is to give them honor where honor is due. If they are a deity of a different hearth culture than you, I find doing a hearth culture generic ritual where you can give them honor versus your normal hearth culture focused ritual is the best thing to do. The best thing to say with regards to the kindred is that any of these spirits can be a spirit of the occasion at any given time. They can also fall into different roles, such as gatekeeper. Three Cranes Grove does a nature spirits gatekeeper, as they have a crane, and it works for them. The best thing to do is to find the relationship that you have the best with them, to ensure that you're honoring them to the best of your ability, and to ensure that your relationship to them is true. For those when dealing with the ancestors that may be adopted, the ancestors still include your birth parents, they include your birth parents and your birth grandparents, but it also includes your adoptive parents, your adoptive grandparents, those family members that, although you are not blood related to, you are still spirit related to because you were in their family. Nature spirits can even include pets to some people. Others, they fall on a gray borderline. So, but the best thing with the three kindred is to deal with them as they are, to understand that they are spirits, and to ensure that they are given due honor. I think that's all I have to say for now. I don't have anyone to ask questions of me this week, so I can't ramble on more but based on other people's questions. So I will stop the broadcast for now, and if there are any questions that anyone has, please make sure you post them below on the YouTube video, or if you have my email address, don't hesitate to email me. I will make sure that I answer them to the best of my ability. See you later.